So there are several ways to make rose water. I'm going to use the distillation method here. So I've got a big casserole bowl with a lid here that's going to go upside down on the top so the condensation drips off the lid, the top of the lid, into the bowl. And the condensation from the steam is going to be the rose water. So these are the roses I showed you outside. I'm going to do some light language with them just to really fully activate them, activate their potency and their properties. And then we're going to pour some, I've got some filtered water. This is alkaline filtered water, which is I'm going to pour that around the outside. I'm going to do that now. And to just cover the petals. And the bowl in the middle will collect the rose water. It takes about half an hour of cooking. We're going to need some ice as well to put on top of the lid. So the ice will go in this little dip here, this little dip in the lid. It's best to put it in a Ziploc bag so that you can take it off when it melts and then put more in, so you need plenty of ice. The other way to do this would have been just without this bowl, and just covering the petals with water and simmering until the colour goes away in the petals, which is about 5 to 10 minutes at low heat, and then straining it and using that water. So that's the more simple version, but that version doesn't last as long. That'll only last about a week or maybe a couple of weeks in the fridge, whereas this rose water will last 6 months out of the fridge. So I want to try it that way. The other version also gives you a slightly coloured rose water, and so it would be a lovely subtle pink colour. This version will give you a clear, and it's basically distilled rose water, which lasts longer, will still be fragrant. So let me just check if I've got enough water in there. Yes, that's covering the petals now. Going to do the light language. I'm just waiting for my ice to be ready before I turn on the heat. I'm really emphasizing home and love here, and the color of these rose petals are very unconditional love pink, baby pink, and I have, let me show you, a lot of the petals are kind of love heart shaped, so we're really emphasizing the love here. Unconditional love, self-love, divine love. Okay. So we've got the heat on and on low, and we've got the ice on the top, so it should be getting the heating the water and the steam running along the underside of the lid and into the bowl, and that will be our distilled rose water. And so the ice has melted. It's got very hot, it's almost boiling on the top there, and I've done as I suggested and put it in a bag so that when the water melts I can just take it off easier and refill the bag. It smells beautiful in here. If you're empathic, you may be able to smell what I'm smelling. These are the rose petals. They're energized and they just have the most beautiful fragrance. I'm going to smell them now. see if you can smell what I'm smelling. So sweet, so delicious. My whole house smells like that now. So I think the hardest thing has been keeping the temperature low enough when you're working with gas, that it's a simmer instead of a boil. So this boiled a little bit. The bowls come off center, and I believe I've probably lost some of the distilled rose water into the water around the side. However, I'm going to take that bowl and I'm going to put that into a container of rose water that will last 6 months, and I'm going to strain the water from that's been boiling, as that's also rose water. It's just rose water that's a little bit overcooked compared to if you were doing it the other way, where you would just boil it for about 10 minutes rather than 30 minutes, maybe up to 20 minutes. So it should still be fine to use as a spray mist or in your bath or anything like that. It just, even in your cooking, it just won't last as long. So I'm going to put them in different containers. So here we have the difference between the rose water. I've only collected that much from the distilled rose water. You can see the colour is quite subtle. I'm just tasting, it's very subtle, clean taste. And it has a subtle sweet smell to it. And I've got about 4 containers of this, which is the water that we strained from the rose petals. It's got a stronger, more herbal kind of smell. It's still hot at the moment, and it tastes like tea, like a rose tea. It's tasty. I'm going to have a bath later and put some of this in there. I've got too much to be able to use in a week, and I will put into some spray bottles like this as well, as a mister for the room, to energize the room, and to spray on my face as a tonic, and to cleanse pores, and to moisturize and rejuvenate and things like that. I'm just going to check if there's any more light language wants to come through for these. It all feels pretty good actually. If you want to pull in some of the rose quartz or amethyst from the water jars, that's another video I'm going to do about crystals. Okay, this one wants healing. It's just grounding it. It's grounding it so that when you're receiving all the energies, you're receiving them into your body and you're grounding them, so you're fully receiving them. So I've decided to drink it as a rose tea actually while it's still warm. It tastes like rose tea. It's nice. And as I drink it, I feel a release at the atlas bone, and my crown opens, and I feel the a shift through my womb and sacral chakra, and the zeal point chakra at the back of my neck opens. I'm going to put some petals in there as well. I love how they're love heart shaped, some of them. I'm just going to check. These flowers were grown in my garden. I've given them a lot of love and they've really loved me back too. But I just want to check that before I lived here there wasn't any pesticides used. So I'm going to clear out any energy right now. If you're going to ingest your rose water in any way, in cocktails, in syrups, let's just clear out any impurities or toxins that might be residue in it that you're not aware of, or that you are aware of. Yeah. Okay, that feels good. Right, and let's see what we feel when we actually eat the petals. They'll actually be fine in salads or desserts for sure. I feel the same things. I feel my crown, the seal point, clearing down my spine. I feel a grounding of those higher energies, and my third eye opens. Thank you, beautiful roses. So that is a healing and activation. So make sure you drink a lot of fluids, a lot of water to help it all move through. Notice anything that comes up that's physical or emotional, just love it and let it come out. If you'd like to receive an activation from the actual rose plant itself, stick around, that's coming up now. Otherwise, take care everybody. Blessings. So these are the petals I've been harvesting. This plant has been flowering for a while now. It's been in such full bloom. It's already dropped a lot of its flowers and petals, so there's going to be some lovely rose hips there to harvest after that. Also very medicinal. You can see a lot of the petals are kind of heart-shaped. You may be able to see some of those there. Just going to connect to the tree. Ishataka katoko. Ishataka kataka toto totoko. Toto to totoko toko toto to to. Okay. Oh, I'm feeling it connecting through my sacral chakra and my solar plexus. And as it happens, I'm feeling my crown open. I'm feeling a need to take off my shoes, even though the ground is very wet. And there's a real womb clearing, a womb activation, heart opening, and just extreme expansion through the upper chakras, especially the crown, and a solidifying of the spine as those energies come down, and activate stability in the lower, from the lower back downwards through the legs. Yeah, that's it. It's grounded. Thank you, Rosebush.